Good day, lords and ladies. Welcome back to Wartales from the Cornish-knight and the Kerner Company. Last episode, we rescued the target. We were looking for the pirate, for the local lord's daughter, who is a guard captain. Unfortunately, Tessie turned out to have been shipwrecked, surrounded by sirens, and apparently been shipwrecked by some kind of horrific monster. So now we're having to basically run for our lives because of the thing that's now hunting us down. Bring the deer back to the pirate? No, we're going to take her to her mother. Are you insane? Who would no one in their right mind would hand over a local lord's daughter to pirates. Man, the mists in this area are bad. I suppose this is supposed to be like around the cursed island or whatever they call it. The problem, as soon as this weather changes, we're in for one heck of a battering. So we need to basically step on it and try and outpace the constant fear of an elite enemy that's stalking us all over the place. On top of normal pirates. Fantastic. Put your backs to it, lads. They're not going to catch us easily. We just need to make it to this port in that direction and we'll be okay. As long as we keep sailing into the wind, the enemy pirates shouldn't be able to keep up. It's only when they get the wind it will become problematic. Due to the fact that then they'll be able just to chase us right down. Because the AI knows exactly where you are at any given time in this game. So you can't hide for them, you can't lose them. Disembark. Yeah, we were paid to take the girl. Okay, so like our mission is a missing person. So we can either bring her here or take her to the pirate. No, we're going to bring the thief back to her mother. I mean, if nothing else, it will make her mother happy, which will probably mean we won't get strung up at some point for some other reason. I mean, I always like the logic in this game. It's like, oh yeah, like, you know. Oh, there's stuff down there. We need to go and inspect it. Like, oh yeah, you know, like, you're just going to give the pirate, the lord's daughter or lady's daughter to the pirate. Okay.
Just a moment. Is that?
Yeah. Reward. Blueprints.
Neve? My daughter? What's happened? Mercenaries? What is she talking about? Sirens? Impossible. Those thick-witted creatures never could have taken down a ship of the guard on their own. And this monster she mentions, did you see it? I'll send my men to investigate around that island. I must know who attacked my daughter.
Alright, here. So we got some useful stuff. And we actually made progress into the mission. Fantastic.
My daughter still isn't herself. She's still talking about it.
Okay.
If you have a grievance to take...
The sea's basically done. The fact that we have such high reputation now means that even if we fled, it wouldn't bring it down low enough. So we're going to have to... Yeah, we're going to have to kill her, and then we're going to have to kill Dressed in short order as well. Fantastic. We're also low on food, and we are short a payday. There's a payday here, and a payday here we took. I might go and do those. Try and recoup some of our money. Probably we got to camp on the shore, though. Fishing hooks is fine. Okay. What I will do is that we'll run back to the docks and we'll camp there. So as the moment it comes to going, we'll just go. As long as we're close enough to here, I don't think the AI will spawn. Or I don't think the AI will detect us. Okay, what do we have? Anything we can make? Make some more fried bream. We get a lot of it in this region anyway. Okay. Yeah, no danger. We'll pay our bills. Anything we can chuck in. Yeah, have some citrus. Got some venison, got some cured meats. That actually reminds me, how much cured meat do we have? Okay, so we now have learnt to do the ballistica, which is fine. Metal plates, you need to make that. Personally, I found them a bit overpowered and a bit fiddly to use myself. So what do we need to make metal plates? Probably not something that we have. Metal plates, yeah, we don't have that. Right. Okay, let's... At least we're going into the wind, which means that if we have to run away from the annoying sub-bosses that we always have to fight, we can then turn around and immediately flee back the way we came. Yeah, because there she is. Like clockwork. Fantastic. You're going to be on the water? No, you're going to be in a really bad place. And I can't actually take this fight. Because if I take it and I stop, she is going to... she is going to basically be on top of us. This is so annoying. I hate this mechanic so much. Just the fact that I am now constantly being hunted by an enemy which is... you know what? You know what? No. I've had enough. I'm going to deal with her. Because... let's take it. Level 11... just... you can't avoid them. You have to fight. Okay. How many ropes do they have so they can do their... they have a couple of ropes. Not as many as I thought. How about they have a ballistic K? That's fine. They're actually not that tough. So I'm actually thinking of doing something I normally don't do. Which is, I'm thinking about, rather than having our AoE people drop in from above, because it's going to be you, then you. Yeah, there's a lot of archers though, so I may want to actually do that. Because my plan had basically been, have you set up here, give them some speed, chase them into the middle of the area, spin, kill off a good chunk of them, do the same over here, rinse and repeat. But it requires me to have time. Okay. We are going to go for an assault across. So where are my AoE fighters? You get here, where's the horse? Okay. That archer is going to be a pain, but early on he's manageable. We need to tie you up because you're going to be a straight up nuisance. So you can charge in. And you're tied up. You're going to basically then... horse, do what you do best. And we're going to go heavy on the offensive. The arch will get a shot off. Not a lot I can do about that. But most of my guys have enough gear that we should be able to resist a good chunk of it. And then it's you lot down here, but you're an archer, aren't you? Okay, fine. Where's my other shieldman? He's all the way over here. Oh, and fine. Yeah, see, it's not even actually worth... This is starting to add up damage-wise. I need to move. You guys have already had your turns. Yeah, I need to get in here then. Not the best place for you to be, but it will help me somewhat. You're a just someone who's going to get in the way. That's fine. You've had your turn. Yeah. Up you go. That's fine. There's not a lot of them left on the side. Let's get your captain tied down. Okay. Right, you guys are pretty much done. But I need to get into like a squidgy section of your line and push you all together, realistically speaking. So that's good enough for me. I can't get more than you two, unfortunately. But let's get here so you can't get backed into a corner. Take those two out of the battle. Move up here since we are going to be the ones that are relatively engaged. For a post. And start buying us some time. Take out these two. Okay. We're pruning their numbers. It's not going to be easy though, because they still have a lot of people. Don't think I'll be able to get a boss shot on. Oh no, we can. Okay. The remaining forces we have in this region aren't really going to... They've got a lot of space to prevent movement around. So let's do this. mean, you just breaking lock with me is fine, to be honest, mate. Because all I'll do is just move up to here. Do this to trigger the reaction, which then will trigger all their attacks of opportunity. Okay. Further is annoying, not going to lie about that. But we do have a couple of things up our sleeves we can do. I can't do condemn, but I can kick you down, mate. And would you look at that? Just in range. Risky move, I know, but we've got to drop this. Death from above and all that. She can't be relocated, which is annoying. But we should have... good enough drop here to push some people back. Still up, which is a pain. Should have probably done this earlier. Their time. No, I can get you. Can I get you? No, I can't get you. I can kill off this bloke, though. Their morale is really holding well. His armor about to go is annoying, though. Reload. Scamper back across the bridge. Her armor's broken. She's not in a good state. Okay. Rogue to the rescue. You're not going to be much help. Let's drop in here. You're going to go for the bear, which is fine with me. Bears are meant to take a lot of damage. They're basically just damage sponges for me. Okay. Extend the range. And in comes the poison troops. Can't do a lot. She hasn't got enough momentum to basically do anything particular. Really, dude, that's fine with me. I mean, literally, this is what I was designed to do. Okay, so you're in. Crit hit you out the way. you getting a turn off is annoying, but you doing anything more is equally annoying. I mean, I'm surprised they haven't broken yet, to be honest. You really went for him? Okay, fine. Problem is, the only people I've got left are animals. Which will lead up to a bit more damage than I was happy with, but it's just how it is. Okay. Do I have any more ropes? No. Not got a point running him up. Not got a point running him up. Yeah, you've got to punch him. Which is fine, because we still have the whole retaliation. Who's left? You... Yeah, like... I just want to basically get this fight over with. So they're dead. Which... is fine, because now it's just this bloke. What did he have? What did she have? Pirate's chest piece, common... I mean, was there actually anything worth... No, it's just like Sip's logbook. Okay. Great. You found something on her body. As well as map. Okay. It's got to be here, isn't it? Because it looks like a duck. So yeah, it's got to be up here. Okay. There's another island that looks like a duck. No. Okay, so it's got to be here. Hard about... More pirates. And what was the other thing we got from her? It was like a money purse or something. Protective glove. This unit resists one additional hit in a duel. Not bad. I mean, it's not the most incredible thing I've ever seen in the world, but I've seen worse. Okay, can't upgrade that. Repair the damage. Okay, if we're looking at her map, somewhere around here. Okay. So yeah, it's going to be... Oh, it's going to be down in that little bit, isn't it? Of course it is. Can we get down there? No. Oh, is this it here? Yeah, found treasure. So 100 gold. Wow. And hatching. We now need to kill another legendary pirate. Blueprint, hatching, battering. Improve sales. So what exactly is this? Builder's blueprint. Okay. So learn hatching, battering. Now I got the worrying feeling that I've just unlocked something. I don't know what I've unlocked. Oh, meta plates. We need a forwards. Okay. Okay. Oh, here we go. Hat battening. Hat battening. Okay. Battening is a skill little used on land, but one that any good crew need to learn when they are there are hatches about. Ship turns faster. The ship's turn speed is increased by 30%. That's actually really good. So it will give us the ability to outpace enemies, which, to be honest, we need. I'm not coming here to buy anything. I am purely here to sell all this junk.
It's no use learning to swim. The weight of your arm.
I do hate that. The line about it.
It's no use learning to swim. The weight of your armor will drag you right to the bottom.
I mean, that's
Try
not
to get pushed overboard when you're fighting pirates.
I mean, it's not impossible to swim in armor. You can't swim well. You can basically. They did. I believe they did experiments in samurai armor where there is a technique where you can basically you almost sort of swim like a frog, but with your head above, and you can sort of keep afloat. It's not great, but you won't
Is your
sink.
company really ready to take on Valerian? Try to be sure. The pirates won't give you any second chances.
Their stuff here just doesn't sell for anything. I mean, you will. 99.9% of the time you will sink an armor. That is a true statement. Especially stuff with chainmail and full plate. To be honest, the plate isn't actually as heavy as people think. The real weight from armor, by and large, comes from chainmail. Chainmail is very heavy. Which is why, as the period goes on, more and more chainmail gets phased out of armor and replaced with either parts where it's basically here where you can see on the armor where he's got basically sheets of steel layered and a lobster tail kind of effect, or they'll do stuff like scale mail, like laminin armor, where it's overall weighs less because chainmail is super heavy. It's really heavy. So as time goes on, they try and reduce it to chainmail to areas only where you have to have a lot of degree of motion, and even then, with some of the more later, like high Gothic plate mails or plate armors, you don't even need it to. Like, I'm going to say now, this armor here, I don't really see the point of it. From someone who studied medieval warfare and has an interest in it, like I do, I don't see the point of this armor if you like look at her gear, because she's got probably like a gambeson or like a padded vest, which overall is fairly good. But where's the breastplate? Like, she's got basically a neck guard. She's got a neck guard around here, which is fine, and she has some kind of sort of like leather squares with chainmail sewed onto them. But the thing is, like, this would probably protect you a little bit against slashing. Not really much against bludgeoning, because leather and chainmail aren't really countered by bludgeoning. And it's probably not going to do a ton against piercing damage, like maybe with arrows, but even then, like, that armor there is just, don't get me wrong, but I like a lot of the armors in this game. Like that. This is a proper bit of armor here. Like what he's got on there, like you got a breastplate, neck guard, pauldrons. Like this is, I mean, there are some issues with it. Obviously, you've got your arm here exposed, which you probably wouldn't have on your weapon arm. You'd probably have that on the arm guarded. Like you've got a shield. You don't need all of this armor on this arm if you've got like a shield like that. And like, where's your leg armor? See, like it's when you have a shield, you don't need to have as much armor on the side where the shield is, because your shield is the main protective element. Like here, like the armor's nice, but like there's obvious, like, as if you're going to attack someone, like just stab at the joint. Like he's got no elbow armor unless he's got chainmail underneath that cloth, so you just stab there. You'd go for obvious weak points. But I like the armors a lot in this game. Some of them, though, are... This one's actually fairly realistic, because you'd have it as they see like a doublet or like a gambeson underneath your armor. That this kind of thing is fine. Don't know why he's got like chains around his neck though, because all that would do would give you added weight. Because link chains are actually quite heavy, deceptively heavy. But yeah, I mean, for most part, the armor in this game is fairly decent. Like, he's got fairly good stuff. Like, his armor is fairly good. But yeah, like, this kind of thing, nah, it looks cool, fits the aesthetic, but it's not realistic, to be honest. And not unless that this is just them out of casual. This is like more of their like casual wear, and then when they go into battle, they put like more armor on, which could always be the case. I mean, this style is something that you'd like see later on. Like you'd have, like a lot of German mercenaries and sort of like the sort of 17th century would have a style of dress similar to this, but they'd still wear like a breastplate. It's like, because this is where all your organs are. So having any kind of, if you're in melee and having no way to protect your internal organs, can come back to hit you. I mean, like, you did have, obviously, there were very famous German mercenaries who didn't have breastplates and the like. I'm trying to remember that. I don't want to mispronounce them. Like, it's Langshofen mercenaries, Langshofen, who are very famous for basically having like great swords. I can never remember the German name for it. The German name of the mercenaries, but they were renowned for basically using Zweihanders. And they were dressed in a style similar to this, but without the chainmail here. It would be basically something similar to this with basically like a net guard, because you're going up against pikes. But even then, it's like you look at the uniform of the soldiers in the English Civil War. They're wearing stuff similar to this, but they still wear a breastplate, because a breastplate is important, because it's if you take a solid blow to your chest, be it from blunt force trauma, from piercing, or from basically a slashing weapon like a sword, it's really quick to incapacitate you if you take any kind of major trauma to your center of mass, to your chest. Because that's where most of your that's where all of your major organs, no, actually that's not true, that's where most of your major organs are. So you want to really protect the chest cavity to stop yourself from going into sudden shock from injury. But I have waffled on enough. I've been Cornish-knight, this has been Wartales, and I shall see you again next time, folks. Goodbye.